Hi, mommy.
Hello, hello. Is
Mommy, can
that
you go
better?
upstairs or is it my phone?
Maybe it's
Yes,
me.
but it's a delay.
Okay, let
Is it
me
my
try it.
phone, y'all, or is it mama's phone?
It's hers.
It's mine.
Oh, it's Tiff.
It's whose? You want me to go upstairs?
Yes, ma'am. Pretty please.
Okay. Hold on. Oh, Jesus, I'm about to fall.
Uh-oh. But praise the Lord. We're so excited to have you tonight.
I'm glad to be here. Oh my goodness, so glad to be here. So always, I'm getting out of breath going up the steps. I can't
Uh-oh.
talk and go up the steps.
That's all
Okay.
right. Take your time. Take your time.
Let's turn it off. Okay. Okay. Really? Okay.
Okay. You
Okay.
ready?
Yes. Is that better?
Yes, ma'am. I think so. Yes, it is because we're talking in real time in the same time.
Okay. Trying to turn that music down. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Um. Okay. Okay.
You're having a party.
Sorry. Okay. All right. Here we go.
You
Hold on.
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, welcome, mommy.
Thank you. Thank you.
You need help sitting down?
Huh?
You need help sitting down? You so pretty.
Okay. Okay. All right now.
Uh-oh,
Ready.
mom.
All right.
You look so pretty with your hair and your edges.
Thank you. Trying to look like my beautiful daughter and all of these beautiful young ladies. Y'all be working it. Y'all be, I ain't trying to be young, but listen, I'm trying to stay on top of things in my age. I ain't
Yes.
trying to be y'all, but I'm trying to do what I need to do.
You
But
look
I like y'all little ideas y'all be having. So I
you
snatched
like our
some of
little
them.
you like
Yeah.
our little ideas, mommy?
Yeah, y'all be having cute little ideas. I said, I'm gonna try it. I ain't gonna go far with it, but when you a older woman, you want to just keep it in the vein that I'm supposed to be in.
Well, let me just say I'm praying that we gracefully get younger and younger like you look.
Well, thank you so much.
Uh-oh, mama, get this phone together.
Sorry.
Get
Okay,
this
I'm gonna just hold it.
phone.
I'm gonna just hold it.
You talking about shoot.
I'm gonna
Okay,
just hold it.
so I got some questions for you. What
Okay.
is your most memorable family tradition with the Clark sisters?
My most memorable family tradition with the
Make it
Clark
fun,
sisters.
mommy.
Probably let me see. Probably doing the dinners when we go to each other's home. Sometimes used to go to Jackie's house, and Dorinda they would switch up, and then I would switch up every now and then. But I think the most memorable one was when we came together, and I think nobody wanted to sing.
Oh.
And it was like somebody got on the piano and they kept telling us to sing. Would y'all sing? Would you do this? Would you do that? And we always like, no, we do that all the time. So
Right.
let us just have family moments.
Yes.
And I was just shocked that we had that that moment of, wow, nobody really wants to sing right now.
Right.
But it was just a memorable moment in knowing that that is, you know, what that's our profession. And but we was like, no, this is holiday time.
Yeah.
So, you know, let us just enjoy each other, you
Yeah.
know. So that's one of my memorable moments. And then I love when we just, that moment is just when we just enjoy each other and give back to each other, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and enjoy one another. Because you got to give flowers while everyone is living and
Yeah.
enjoy family. That's so important. Whatever you do, make sure it's so important that you get with family members during the holiday time.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, when we think about how we lost, you know, mom
Mm-hmm.
sheared and dad
Mm-hmm.
sheared, and, you know, we had great moments with them. So I treasure the time that I have with my family and with my sisters. I
Yeah.
treasure that moment. So I just embrace one another. That's all.
Yes, ma'am. You're a stickler about family time. Where does that come from? Why are you such a like stickler about that?
Ooh, I'm a stickler because, you know, when you all were younger, you know, I had in my mind, when they get older, are they gonna grow apart? Are they gonna grow um you know, are they going to grow to be in them to themselves? You know, they're going
Mm-hmm.
to have families. You know, I expect for you all to, and you're doing that now. You're married,
Mm-hmm.
and of course, Jay Drew, he got his own home. You got your own home, so it's like, let me take advantage of every moment I get. I'm a stickler because I think that family families are important. Families
Mm-hmm.
are important because that's first of all what God has planned for us.
Mm-hmm.
It's for a reason. Whatever God has instructed us to, how he has instructed us to live, it's for a reason. And I
Yeah.
believe that families, you know, the family value, it
Mm-hmm.
just, you pass down peace, you
Yeah.
pass down love. I mean, when you hear the saying, blood is thicker than water,
Mm-hmm.
that right there says a whole lot.
Mm-hmm.
Blood is thicker than water. That means, listen, I'll fight for my family. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I'll fight for my husband. I protect my husband's heart. So I
Yeah.
protect my children's heart. So
Yeah.
me being the woman that God made me to be, as we everybody has to walk in their calling of which God made them in
Mm-hmm.
regards to families.
Yeah.
God made me to be the wife, the
Mm-hmm.
mother,
Yeah.
made me to be, you know, the grandmother. So
Mm-hmm.
I try to exude those capacities as well as I could, to try to, I guess, give back the wisdom, the knowledge. I pray for God to give me the wisdom and knowledge so that it could be passed down to my children's children. So
Yeah.
that's why it's so important. Families and valuable. That's valuable time was with families.
So one of the things that I noticed too, Ma, that was so good, is that you and Dad, you all have always been open to everyone. And there are some people that I've grown up with in the church, and I'm saying that as leaders in the church. But there are people that I've grown up with the church that have become like family. We call each other's parents auntie, uncle. We've grown together in ministry. I think one of the clear examples that I can call out is like Jay Brooks. We've known each other since we were 8, and now he does music with us. We're on the road together. We used to. I was just writing about it, but we used to go over each other's houses. Between, you know, we said Auntie Vicky, they call you Auntie Karen, or Marcus Johnson, he and his parents. That I think I call her TT Gab, but his parents were around when y'all were teens, and now it's become like a generational thing. So when, for those who may not be closely knitted with their families, why would you share the importance of that unity? Why do you think that there's significance in that? Because sometimes when we're having our holidays, some people are not all blood. So what is the blessing that you've seen in making sure that you do have open arms to everyone for people who may not have family?
Because I think that perhaps,
And that's, I just wanted to make this clear. The examples that I use, y'all, they are a tightly knitted family. So that's not me saying that they're not tightly knitted. But I think
right.
that we as church people, we are very open and we become a family outside of, like you said, the bloodline. But in addition to that, so I'm sorry, I please have your chance to respond.
I think one thing that we've lost, and that, thank you for that question, because I think that's one thing that we lost, is that showing love, whether they're related or not. First of all, that's what we're supposed to show as Christians in the church, outside of the church. We're supposed to show love and embrace everybody. So, I love the thing that everybody's doing now. I love to hear my wonderful, beautiful millennials say, well, auntie, they came up with this, auntie did this, which gives respect. I feel old sometimes, but I love it because it brings the love. It's like, I respect you. And I
Yeah,
appreciate them for that. By saying, calling me auntie or Mama Karen, you know what I'm saying? I embrace that
yeah.
because, sometimes I hear people say, and you speaking of, Jay Brooks, and of course they were close knitted family,
Mm-hmm.
but it's because you all grew up together in the church,
Right.
so it's like that unity. We grew up just loving, and y'all used to fight for each other. Jay
Yeah,
Brooks used to fight for you. It used to be
yeah,
the other way around. So, and I don't mean like
yeah,
physically fight, but I mean, just cover each other,
yeah,
and I think that that's a part of showing the love in the world that is missing.
yeah,
I think everybody's so spread apart.
yeah.
Everybody's so separated. I think we need to go back to, even within the church. We
Mm-hmm.
spread apart in the church. Why
Yeah,
not embrace each other? Get in that choir. Let's bring unity
yeah,
instead of always, having an attitude. Some people have an attitude, Lord, but they ain't picked me today. Don't worry about that. Let's just have fun and enjoy
right.
one another. you
Yeah.
know so I think that's important, that that when people call me auntie, like, even like one time, for example, I went and like some people, I went to a venue where it was, I don't want to say, mm, it was secular, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I had secular people come up to me and call me auntie. I'm like, wow,
Yeah.
that's the respect that they giving me, Mama Karen. And I think that what you do and what I do, even on that stage, sometimes that's all of me that people get. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm careful at what I do on stage, how I carry myself, how I deliver, what I say to them. I try to reach out to all audience, even those that perhaps are older than me. I try to reach out to them and call them auntie. Those ones that are 70 and 80 years old,
Yeah.
I call them auntie. So I give it back as if it's been given to me, So
Yeah.
it's pretty much.
I think that is so cool. And I think one of the things that we love, like speaking of Tiffany is there. Tiffany is there and she's like a sister to us. She's like another daughter to you. You'll fuss at her and you'll fuss at me and you'll tell us about what we got on and like and I think we share that love, for Mama K, in addition to the things that we laugh at. Like, shout out to BET for having this event. And in case you are wondering, what this is all about, watch BET's Family Fun Night tonight. I froze between 9 and 8. But I think, Ma, you love like Tyler Perry's House of Pain, and we get all of these family dynamics and different situations, you know, within the TV shows that they'll show on like BET, and it makes it fun. We'll get around the TV, and it just makes it fun. Or we'll even compare our people in our family to like who that reminds you of, or things like that. One of the other things that I think we've enjoyed too is like Family Feud, or what are some other shows that you remember? Oh, you know, I was going to say something else, but what are some other like family shows that you have remembered and you won't forget that you just absolutely love? Like some staples that highlighted Black families.
I remember the Cosby Show,
Yeah.
the what is that other, the Jeffersons, the oh, I love Martin. I love Martin. I just, you know,
Yeah.
I just love because it taught. That's what I was trying to say. Good times and
Good
good
time.
times. Those are the shows that because they they bring us to the point of, you know, things that happened in the family. They showed how they had troubles and how they had struggles, but they kept it moving and
Yeah.
they supported each other.
Yeah.
Sometimes they, even when they disagreed, when they
Yeah.
disagreed, it still was support there. I
Yeah.
look at the mother of Good Times. She
Yeah.
was a strong woman. I mean,
Yeah.
I look at the mother for the Jefferson. She was a classy,
Yeah.
strong woman that held it down, which was an example to us. I love it because she exudes such grace and such class on that. So it's like a learning experience
Yes,
because
ma'am.
I think then I was a teenager, and then as we sat down, you know, those writers who wrote those stories, you know, to talk about family struggles. And I think that's important, but this is a new day. But some of the values, I mean, not values, but some things we had to change, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there were good stories that we could talk about today. But yeah, they were fun when we sat down and talked about it. And then it made us laugh. It brought joy to our hearts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was important.
One of the things that I think I loved about BET too is that they played one of your favorite movies. What's your favorite movie, Ma?
um Coming to America.
Yes. I was turned on to Coming to America because I was young when that movie came out. So that movie came out what, when you were like in your teens or in your 20s?
Oh yeah, I think in my 20s.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
my
you
20s.
had me hip to Coming to America. I mean, it's a classic film. I think anybody now knows about Coming to America, and I think it's super epic. Shout out to Eddie Murphy for being able to even bring in the new generation for Coming to America too, which was super fun. So I'm gonna ask you some fun questions, Mama, and see if you guess them. This is all about, you know, Black culture and just all of our goodness. Okay, fill in the blank. There is a blank in this old building.
There's a leak in this old building.
Okay. According to the Clark sisters, what type of life are we living?
A blessed life.
Okay. Sing. Can you sing it for us?
Yeah. I like living this
Okay.
kind of life. I'm living a blessed life.
All right. What country was Eddie Murphy the Prince in Coming to America? What was the country they was from? I say
Um,
it all the time and you laugh at me.
Zamunda.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Is it?
right. That's right. Yeah.
Okay.
In this old Dottie People song, she said, I can truly say that I am blessed because she had a what?
I can truly say that I'm blessed. You had a testimony.
Oh, Rocco said, so I want to tell a story, Ma. So one of my most memorable moments was when I first caught the Holy Ghost. This is when you was taking me out on the road after Safest Place. And it was this suit. This was my first heel that you let me wear. You bought me these heels that was a square toe. This one square. I mean, square toes are back in now, but it was a square toe shoe. The heel was pretty low. and you preached. I don't know if you were doing like a revival or something, but you preached, and it was like the church was too small, so they moved it to a gymnasium. So it was a ton of people there. And you preached so amazingly. I think I was like 11 or 12, but this was the first time I felt like the Holy Ghost carried me and I couldn't stop my feet. I went running around that gymnasium, and I used to say I would never run in church, but I went running around that gymnasium and I could
Wow.
not stop. I was trying to stop. And so one of the things, and I'm just sharing this because this was a fun experience, but contributing to your development and your cultivation, all of what you've given me as a child and just watching you, and speaking of family fun night, we can't forget what our mothers, have invested in us. You've invested so much. There are so many memorable moments. We're headed to Mother's Day, and I can say how many times do I call, or would you say I call you every day, Ma?
Every day, yes. But I treasure that. Listen, I treasure that. That's so important. It's nothing wrong with that, talking every day. That's
Yes.
because of that knit that we have,
Yes.
And you know why I treasure, value family is because I miss my mom,
Yeah.
those times. And then back then, to be honest, I'm just telling you, my testimony is
Yeah.
that my mother, she was a working woman,
Mm-hmm.
and she worked for us when I was a teen. So I didn't get a chance to spend that quality time with her because she was on the road. I just
Yeah.
was able to talk to her on the phone,
Yeah.
but because she traveled so much, I didn't have that moment. We travel a lot. You're
Yeah.
on the road all the time, and I'm on the road all the time. So that phone call keeps us connected. And
Yeah.
that's so important, so important.
Yeah. And you know what, to add to what you're saying, Mom, some of the moments that I remember, like with Grandma Maddie or even with Nana, I remember spending a lot of time with them in front of a television. So a television can be distracting if you allow it to distract you and it be like for negative purposes. But I remember watching soap operas or turning on Bobby Jones on Sunday mornings, at Grandma's house, and eating those
Yeah,
tomatoes like they were apples, using Laurie's seasoning.
right.
That was one memory with Grandma. Or with Nana, we would sit, and sometimes I still have a blanket I lay up under. I was just laying on it today, and I've seen her crochet some things, or she'll have like her crossword puzzles while the TV is just going. So if you are forsaking that family time, and I know we have so many things that can just pull us away from each other, listening to what Mom is saying, with that conversation, it's necessary. So don't forsake the little things. My mom always makes reference to, it's the little foxes that destroy the vine. And that's in scripture. She says it all the time. And sometimes I'll complete her sentence. You know how mamas will say, it's the little foxes. And you say that destroy the vine. And so those lessons are going to be embedded in our hearts. But I do want to just shout out the mothers, the fathers too. And shout out to, us going out. Like, we'll go out to eat very often. Dad would take us out to eat. One of the things that I've learned, Daddy couldn't stand me sopping up some bread in the gravy. I made everything gravy. He like, I just need you to have some class sometimes. So,
Right.
and then learning the etiquette, so it's so many memorable moments that we can get if we really count it as all joy. If we just like, oh, I'm just here. And I think too, as young people, we have to be cognizant that we're not so into our phones at the table. Sometimes I'll look at myself or look at myself and my friends, and we'll all have our heads down. And it's like, did we ever have a conversation here? So I just wanted to shout out to my mom, to the mothers, to the fathers that actually take time and don't make us feel like we a bugaboo. Because Lord knows I call my mama every day. I'll bug my dad. But make sure you make that time, because what's going to happen? One thing that I remember, Mom, too, that you said, when we lose our loved ones, sometimes the grieving is not as bad. It still stings, but it's not as bad when we know that we made them a priority while they were here. And so I think that's another
Right.
reason why family fun night is so necessary. So if you haven't spent
That's
time,
good.
go
I
ahead.
have to interrupt you right there because
Please.
that was one thing that you did, Kiera. And I think that's what helped.
Mm-hmm.
That every day, or even if you were out of town, you would leave the airport and say, I got to go see my Nana. I got to go see my Nana. And I remember when you used to take out your time, I mean, purposely, and go and see your grandmother and your grandfather. And I think that that's what helped you through
Yeah.
their, this period of when they passed away, because
Yeah.
you wasn't over them saying, oh, I wish I would have spent more time with them,
Right.
or I should have did this, I should have did that.
Yeah.
So I hope people really be reminded. I hope the young people treasure your grandmother, treasure. And then another thing here, that while you were talking, is that when we have those family times, embrace those little nuggets, that
Yeah.
if maybe instead of being offended, or if I say something like, if you at the restaurant and you saying, no, can you take the ketchup off of there? No, I want lettuce. I want this. If I tell you, look, order what's on that menu.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just it, because sometimes you don't know what them waiters and waitresses are going through, and you don't know, you don't want to make them so mad they go back there and put something in your food, and you don't know.
Right.
But I'm just saying, it's just little nuggets that when a person that's perhaps that you may call auntie, or you may, respect them, and, take those nuggets. Take those nuggets and embrace them, because you're going to get older one day, and you're going to want that next generation behind you to look up and respect you. It's going, what you reap, you will sow. I promise you. That is so true. What you put in, if you put in wisdom, if you help somebody, at our young people, I do all I can to help and reach out to our young people and give them little nuggets and say, baby, you know what? Your breath stank. Just put a little mint in your mouth. But just little things like that, and without being offended. Hopefully, I pray that that they'll be able to receive more of the wisdom and knowledge that's given to them, as opposed to being offended so many times.
Yes. I love that you said that, because at one point I was like, Nana, can you say this just a little different? She said, all I got left is to tell you the truth. That's all I got left is the truth. And that blessed me, because in so many words she was saying, I've lived long enough. And that doesn't mean that I don't have to have any sensitivity towards your feelings or what you're going through. But just take this truth. If the truth comes from a liar, the truth is still the truth. So it should not be predicated upon how it comes to you, where it's coming from. If it's the truth, and if your breath is hot, the truth is the truth. What you gonna do about it? You gonna solve the problem, or you gonna just let the problem be the problem because we're offended? So that is super inspiring, and I hope too that we just continue to love each other. I'm gonna just play a few more games. This was so good, Mommy. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, shout out to BET. Make sure y'all tune in. Watch BET. Yes, BET's Family Fun Night tonight, 9 and 8 Central Time. I'm gonna ask some more questions just for fun, Ma. Because it's getting ready to start. Okay, what kitchen appliance do Black people use as a nightlight?
A nightlight, kitchen appliance, nightlight. Oh, flashlight. a kitchen appliance.
What kitchen appliance do you leave on at night as if it's a lamp?
Kitchen appliance.
It has a light.
The stove? The refrigerator?
Exactly. Okay. According to KCS, where is Jesus a bomb in?
Gilead.
Yes. Who is the what's the character's name in Martin that had the missing teeth?
Jerome and Rome.
Okay. According to DCC, what are we coming out with?
With my hands up.
Okay. And Mary had one song where she said, I'm gonna take the wood off my feet so they can dance.
I thought you were gonna say Mary had a little lamb. Okay. Shackles off my feet.
Yes. And Okay, let's see if you can figure this one out, Mom.
Clean up the household, speaking clean, and y'all can.
Honey. Oh my
Jerome
God.
from Martin was a player from the what?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
Jerome from Martin was a player from the what?
From the. Repeat it again. Jerome was
Jerome from Martin was a player from the what?
Himalayas.
Whoever your cheat sheet is, they are awful. Cause she talking about Himalayas.
That wasn't even me.
Okay, I love you.
Okay,
And
no cheating.
really quick, for family and fun night, since your grandkids are there, can you have them sing for us really quick?
Oh, sure. Come on, grandchildren. Okay, let's see.
Hey, Jerome,
let's see.
we called Jay Drew, Callie's daddy called her. What he call you, Cal?
Silence.
Stop saying it with your teeth.
Silence.
This is Drew, and this is
Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, so what's the song we do? Okay. If you only trust me.
She don't know that song.
Okay, ready?
You want some?
One.
Are we singing the whole thing?
What's the first part?
I'll
I'll never leave you. I'll